Okay, hi guys. In this video here, we're going to start writing our first HTML elements. But what we have to do before we write our first HTML elements is we have to show that this is a HTML document so your web browser knows what to read it as. So what we're going to do here is first here is I saved my web page as my first web page.html, and that how you can do that by opening up your notepad that we talked about in the previous video, and click File and save your document as my first web page.html. It's very important you put the .html at the end. It's very important. And put it in a folder. You can call that folder something like my first web page, and put the folder somewhere where you can find it, because we're going to be putting another file in that folder together with this file. It's very important that these files are together. The file we're going to be putting in there later is a CSS file, which is the artistic side to the HTML that we talked about in the previous video. So, okay, well, let's get back to business here. Alright, so what we're going to do before we do anything is we're going to define or label this document HTML document. So what we do here is we're going to use tags. That's that thing there. You're going to write Doctype HTML. That's the newest document type for HTML5. Now we're going to start writing our HTML. So, what would we do first? Well, first we here we use the tag HTML. This is the first tag, and everything in between between this tag and the end tag is going to be HTML. So this is kind of how HTML works. You have a start tag and then you have a close tag, and it's always like looks like this, HTML, and then the close tag always has this this thing here. I forget what that's called, a slash, or it's a forward slash. Every time you make a tag, you start with just like that, and then you end it with a forward slash, and then the same word that you had up here. So this is what a HTML tag is, and this is the very first tag. Now we're going to get started on the more exciting stuff, because we're going to start putting stuff up on our page. Because right now this will not, there's nothing here, there's nothing on this web page right now. So if we save it like that, and then when we open it, let me open it up here. You open up by clicking on Run, and then you choose the browser that you want to display it in. So I'm going to display it in Chrome, and as you can see, it is a blank page. So we're going to go back here and start put stuff inside our web page. So what you would generally start a web page with is you would start it, for example, with a title. But before we do that, we're going to add a few more just stuff that we have to add on here first. Well, what we're going to do here is we're going to have the head. This is also not part of your web page. You're not going to see this particularly on the page, except the title, which you will see, but we'll get to that. The title goes inside the head. So you write head, and then you write title, and here's where you're going to write the title. The title is the little thing, that you see at the top of your page. I'll show you. Okay, let's just call this one here my first web page. Then we do the end tag as we talked about, that. And then we have to close the head tag like that. So let's save it and I'm going to run in Firefox, and I'm going to show you guys what I was talking about with the title, what the title is. The title is what you see right there. That's my first web page. That's where the title goes. So let's continue and let's add some content to our web page. And where we add the content is after the head we add the body. Now this is the body of the document. This is where all the content will go. So let's start putting stuff inside the body. Well, we can start with let's start with a header. Now headers come in different sizes. H1 being the largest header, H2 being a smaller header, H3 being a smaller header again, and this goes from H1 to H6, H1 being the biggest, H6 being the smallest. So we'll just start off with a big header. Okay, what are we going to call our header? Well, we could call it my first header. And you see that we put the text inside the two tags. You know what we can do? We can separate these here just to give you a little bit more readability. So let's give these things some space. Yeah, that's good. There we go. Okay, you have your body, then you have your header, H1, and inside that you put the title of the header. Now we can take a look at that. There we go. We got our first content on our web page. You see, there's title, my first web page, and the first header, my first header. You see that it's bigger and has a bold font because this is a header. Let's add some more content. Okay, what would come after a header? Well, we could put a paragraph of text. Like if you were writing an article, you use a paragraph. So let's make a first paragraph, and the paragraph is P. That is the tag for paragraph, and I'll show you exactly how this works. First, we have to enter some text first. So just some text for my first web page. Also, you could say this is a paragraph. Now we can save it, and then we can open up our web page again by refreshing. There you go. Now you see you have some text for my first web page. This is a paragraph. Now, when you're writing your article that you are writing, if you add another paragraph after you have you see here you have the let's open this up a little bit here so you can give it some space so you can see a little better. Okay, we have our opening paragraph tag and our closing paragraph tag, and then we had our text in between. But what happens if we add or make another paragraph tag? This will, here you'll see. And then, whoops, let's say we're adding another paragraph here. More text in my article. This is another paragraph. And then we close it with the closing tag. We're going to add it down here. Oh, that was a little different. I'll just keep it consistent for you guys there. So here's some more text in my article. This is another paragraph. Now let's take a look at our web page. And you see there, more text in my article. This is another paragraph. And you can see there's space in between here, just like there would be in a paragraph in a book or a newspaper. And you can add as much text as here as you want. Not only you can add many lines, not just one line. I'll show you. Let's, for example, take this and copy it, and then we'll paste it several times so you can see how this looks. And we can also copy this one. Copy, paste, paste. Okay, let's take another look. And here you see there's the first paragraph here, and then we had our second paragraph tag, and there's a space in between here because you started a new tag, and here's that one. So what can we do next? Well, what we could do next is we can look at links. Links are one of the most fundamental parts of the internet. Links within your web page can either link to other parts of your web page, or they can link to a whole nother web page. Like you could link to YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or any other page. So, but these links are very useful, especially within your own pages as well. They can link to another page, or they can link to another part of the text, or like you've seen on Wikipedia where you click, you're in an article and you click some link on the article and it moves to another part of the article. You use the link tag for all these things. And the link tag in HTML is called an anchor. The tag is the A, like this. I'll show you. Here is the anchor tag. A, like so. Then you write href, which is, I think, stands for HTML reference. And inside that, you put the link that you want to link to. So what we can do here, we can make a link to, let's make a link to, I don't know, we'll make a link to the NBA. I'm a basketball fan, so we can put a link to the NBA. But it's not enough just to write NBA.com. You're going to have to write out the full URL, which is http:// and then you can alternately put www, or you can leave it out. That's up to you. And then you're going to close it like we closed the other tags, and then we're going to put the close tag, and in between the tags, the opening tag and the closing tag, in between there we're going to put our text, just like we did here with the paragraph. And we can write here, for example, go to NBA.com, and this will show up on our web page, go to NBA.com, as I'll show you right here. Let's get our web page back here. Now let's refresh it. Here, there's a link, go to NBA.com, and we can test our link by clicking, see if it all works. And yep, it worked. Here we are at NBA.com. So let's go back to our page. And okay, I see I'm running out of time here, so I'll just briefly go through what we did. We defined our document. We put in a head with a title in it. We started our body tag. We put our first header. We put our first paragraph, and then we put another paragraph, and then we put a link to NBA.com. So in the next video, we'll be looking at more essential tags that you be very useful to learn. And I'm not sure yet. We might be doing some CSS for this page, or maybe we'll do that in the video after that. But anyway, we'll be looking definitely more essential tags or CSS in the next video. So, okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.